One of the major theories in sociological theory is conflict theory. Conflict theory generally surrounds the idea that most struggles in society happen because of conflicts between different social classes or groups. Each group struggles to attain more resources, and because resources are scarce, they must struggle with other groups. Moreover, groups try to protect their own interest, therefore blocking the progress of other groups. So, we can say that conflict also leads to social change. Today, we are precisely going to go on through one of the eminent social thinkers in the field of conflict theory, that is R.Dahrendorf. R.Dahrendorf's major concept was related to authority. What is that? It means different people have different occupation. The different occupation have different status. People's status increases or decreases according to the link it has with authority. In society, there are many organizations. So, the concept of authority relates to what? It relates to that each organization contains two groups: superordinates, that is, the order givers with authority, and subordinates, that is, the order takers without authority. In authority relations, there is fundamental conflict between those who have power and those who do not have power. So, society is composed of a number of units that Dahrendorf called as imperatively coordinated associations, or ICA. This may be seen as associations of people controlled by a hierarchy of authority positions. Since society contains many such associations, an individual can occupy a position of authority in one and a subordinate position in another. So, Dahrendorf's conflict of interest is fundamentally based on two types of interest: those with authority, their interest is to maintain status quo, and those without authority, their interest is to change the status quo. So, Dahrendorf's difference between power and authority has to be understood. Power is essentially tied to personality of individuals, whereas authority is always associated with social positions or roles. Dahrendorf was most interested in studying authority. When someone has authority in one setting, that authority does not extend to other social arenas. Like, a boss holds legitimate authority at work, but outside of the work setting, they cannot legitimately tell people what to do. Dahrendorf is only concerned in his presentation with authority. He differentiated or divided in three types groups: the quasi group, the interest group, and the conflict group. These are different stages which goes on during the time of the process that leads to conflict. Quasi groups, the groups that are not well organized because they have latent or natural interest but are well conscious of their group interest. Interest groups, When the latent interest becomes manifest interest, then the group becomes conscious about their group interest. Due to this, they are organized and can put pressure on the rival groups. When interest group evolved into an organized group to overthrow the rival group, then it is a conflict group. So, basically, what is Dahrendorf's argument? Higher the group interest consciousness among quasi groups, the more possibility of intergroup conflict between superordinate and subordinate groups. More there is a link between organizational authority and the distribution of rewards, the more possibility for conflict. If the movement of subordinate group to higher position is made more difficult, the more there is conflict. If the economic, political, or social goals of the organizations are less met, then more there is conflict. So, more intense the conflict, the more possibility of change. Thank you.